Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. It's a video session on daily news and editorial analysis dated 4th of October. Through this video session, I'll be making you understand some of the important news and article and editorial that would be relevant for the civil services examination. So this video session will definitely help all the aspirants who are preparing for civil services examination and many other state and competitive examination, right? So before I begin this session, it is very important that discussion that we make here at this platform, the questions that is being put in, especially through MCQs or any other way, you have to practice it. And in general, if you're preparing for the civil services examination, it is very important to have a strong foundations of the questions. तो आप प्रीलिम्स के लिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्वेश्चंस की प्रैक्टिस करें through the news, through the MCQs that is posted through our various social media platforms. Now, if you want to have a dedicated MCQ test, then we have a Nischay program. This is an all India test series program specifically meant to conquer the UPSC CSA prelims 2024. In this all India test series program, we are providing with you 4900 plus questions. Along with that, the video discussion will follow, a demo test to check your performance and free magazine for content enrichment. ये सारी चीज़ें आपको दी जाएंगी ताकि आप एक्सेल कर पाएँ UPSC CSA Prelims 2024 में. If you want to register for this All India Test Series program, you can use this QR code for instant registration. For more details, you can refer to our website also. Now let's get started with the discussion, and just before I start the discussion, just to give you the glimpses, highlights of the news that I'll be discussing with you for today. For today, the first important news talks about the shutdown of the Afghan embassy. We'll see the reason why it has been shut down. The other important news talks about ICMR project for the cancer screening in India, specifically at the district level. Third important news is about the World Bank projections, that is for 6.3 for India specifically. The other important news talks about the manufacturing PMI, which has been slipped. We'll see the detail to this as well. And we'll conclude the session with important editorial that talks about using AI techniques for audit. What are the repercussions, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages and challenges that we need to tackle upon. So these are some of the important news and highlights that I'll be discussing with you in detail for today. So let's get started. So the first news is about the shutdown of the Afghan embassy. So the Afghan embassy was shut down officially on 1st of October. And this was a statement which was there from the Afghan embassy of the Afghan government that they're just abrogating their operations in Delhi because of the shortage of the staff and the resources. This was the main reason that was cited by the Afghan government, which is overtaken by Taliban. I think most of you must be aware. I'll discuss to this in detail as well. So what was the statement that was given by the Afghanistan government? जो शट डाउन की गई है इंडिया में एम्बेसी को, उसको लेकर के अफगानिस्तान के गवर्नमेंट ने क्या स्टेटमेंट दी थी. See, the present Afghanistan government is ruled by Taliban. So अगर बात करें अभी, so Taliban is ruling Afghanistan government, right? Now in this context, it is important for you to note कि क्या statement दी गई है अफगानिस्तान गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से. So the embassy of Afghanistan has actually blamed India. Now, they have specifically highlighted कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की सपोर्ट नहीं रही है, and they have said that Indian government have not supported, and even the reductions of personnel and resources were the main reason for the shutdown of their operations. तो shutdown के लिए ये reason उन्होंने बताया. And they have also cited that they were not able to meet the Afghanistan people interest. That's for the another crucial reason for the signing of or shutting of the embassies. Now, अगर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के स्टैंड की बात करें, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने भी इस कंटेक्स्ट में पहले भी अपनी बातें रखी हैं, and to a larger extent, government of India has never acknowledged the Taliban government which is operational. They have not diplomatic relations as such, but कुछ ऐसी minimal bilateral relations थी जो इंडिया ने स्टैंड अप रखी थी तालिबान के साथ, और you can say the अफगानिस्तान का. Now, what is the turning point of relationship between Afghanistan और इंडिया की अगर बात करें, इस तरह की जो शटडाउन हुई है उसके क्या इम्पैक्ट और रिपरकशंस होंगे. So the embassy has represented by the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan that was deposited with the military campaign by the Taliban in 2020. अगर बात करें तालिबान गवर्नमेंट की, इन्होंने ओवरटेक किया था अफगानिस्तान में 2021 में. So this was an overtake. They gradually was taking. They started from the starting और अगस्त तक में इन्होंने सारी कैप्चर कर ली थी. वाई? बिकॉज अमेरिकन फोर्सेज वर नॉट देयर, दे हैव बीन रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम अफगानिस्तान. जो स्पेशल फोर्सेज ऑलमोस्ट कंटिन्यू फॉर 20 years, that was over. So that also promoted them to overtake the government. Now, India did not recognize Taliban rulers. मैंने आपको स्टार्टिंग में बताया, इसको गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने कभी भी रिकॉग्निशंस नहीं दी थी, और इन्होंने एक्टिवेशंस की अपनी पूरी फुल स्विंग में जब यूएस फोर्सेस की विड्रॉल हुई थी अफगानिस्तान में. द अफगानिस्तान एम्बेसी हैज़ देयर ऑपरेशंस इन इंडिया. एक सिंबॉलिक एंटिटी के तौर पे वो काम कर रहे थे. वी ऑलरेडी हैड अ डिप्लोमेटिक रिलेशनशिप, बट आफ्टर द पार्ट ऑफ द तालिबान ओवरटेक, इंडिया ने उस चीज़ को रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं किया, एंड वी वर नॉट एक्चुअली फुल्ली फंक्शनल इन टर्म्स ऑफ द बायलैटरल रिलेशनशिप. द प्रीवियस एम्बेसडर ऑफ द पार्ट ऑफ अफगानिस्तान, वो इंडिया में जो थे, उन्होंने दे हैव लेफ्ट इंडिया, और उसके बाद 3 महीने तक, लाइक फॉर 3 months देयर वाज नो कंक्लूसिव एफर्ट्स कमिंग आउट फ्रॉम अफगानिस्तान. So this has also set a negative consequences in terms of their dedications and operations to the Afghan embassy in India. The mission has stopped representing an active state since August 2021. This was a working coordinating agency. सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये coordinating agency के जैसे काम कर रही थी, और 2021 में तालिबान के ओवरटेक के बाद इस एम्बेसी की फंक्शनल भी पूरी तरह से, I mean, they were actually just acting as a consulate, nothing else like that. Now, what are the other consulate that is operating in India? जो basically अगर दिल्ली की बात करें, there was a main embassy. There's an area in Delhi in Chanakyapuri where the part is taken care. सारी countries की embassies हैं वहाँ पे. उस तरह से सेम ऑपरेशंस हो रही थी अफगानिस्तान एम्बेसी की भी, बट उसके अलावा इनकी कॉन्सुलेट है हैदराबाद और मुंबई में, दैट इज स्टिल फंक्शनल. ये चीज़ें अभी भी फंक्शनल है, दे आर ऑपरेशनल विद दैट. द कॉन्सुलेट इन हैदराबाद एंड मुंबई हैज़ नॉट बीन शट डाउन. And the announcement was there that Afghanistan is expected to trigger the confusions among the Afghans in India, but the consulate are expected to help them. So अभी जो operational हैं हैदराबाद और मुंबई में, they will be looking care for all the Afghan national they are residing in India. Now, क्या इम्पैक्ट होंगे इस तरह के शटडाउन की, और वैसे भी तालिबान की ओवरटेक होने के बाद व्हाट आर द रिपरकशन? सी, डिस्पाइट द क्लोजर्स ऑफ द एम्बेसीज, इंडिया और अफगानिस्तान के बीच में कंटिन्यूड इंगेजमेंट रहेगी. दैट कम्स आउट ऑफ द क्यूरियस वे बिकॉज ऑफ सम ट्रेड दैट इज कमिंग आउट फ्रॉम द कंट्री. कुछ ऐसे ट्रेड्स हैं जो कि अभी भी स्टैब्लिशमेंट है. टेक्निकल असिस्टेंस की बात करिए, टेक्निकल टीम इन काबुल हैज बीन प्रोवाइडिंग विद द स्टाफ प्रोवाइडर्स टू अफगानिस्तान ट्रेडर्स एंड ट्रैवलर्स कमिंग टू इंडिया. Still, if you see at the part of the education level, अगर educations की बात करें, there are a lot of Afghan students coming to Delhi, particularly in institutions like Delhi University. Then we have Jawaharlal Nehru University, we have Jamia Millia Islamia. यहाँ पे कई ऐसे यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में लोग पढ़ने आते हैं. इवन फॉर सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी की बात करें, द न्यूली स्टैब्लिश्ड सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ हरियाणा की बात करें, देयर आर अदर यूनिवर्सिटी ऑल्सो, there actually people are coming up, right? So this has been, India has been an educational hub for the Afghanistan people, right? Now there are 2 weekly flights that is operational for Afghanistan citizen. Taliban has been arguing India to support the economic revitalizations and the part of electricity generations for road building, and India however has not yet indicated that it will review its positions to Taliban. So these will be the impact of India's Afghanistan relations with the shutdown and even the future prospects. Now moving ahead with the other news, that is ICMR report to accelerate the screening measures. Now ICMR ने specifically Indian Council for Medical Research की अगर बात करें, they have said that they are gearing off for the remedial measure, specifically जो कैंसर के लिए स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस है उसके लिए वो काम कर रहे हैं, and this will be at the district level. So they are working for a hierarchy level. From district level onwards, the screening process will start so that we can have a preventive measures to control the cancer in the country. Now, what are the measures that will be taken by the ICMR? कौन-कौन से ऐसे measures हैं जो ICMR लेगी? So specifically, as of now, only few districts were operational with the part of implementation of the cancer screening. तो इस चीज़ को रिकॉग्नाइज करते हुए हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री ने इस बॉटलनेक को समझा, और हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री ने स्पेसिफिकली कहा है that ICMR need to gear up at the district level also. तो हमें district level पे भी काम करने की ज़रूरत है. This need to be devised out so that the actual district level program is working. And then invitations for expression is also there to accelerate the cancer screening with early diagnostic and treatment. So diagnostic and treatment that will work for cancer patient, and this will help India to reduce and even identify the cases of cancer that is operating. अगर डायग्नोस्टिक अच्छी हुई तो अल्टीमेटली कैंसर्स के ट्रीटमेंट में भी बहुत हद तक मदद मिलेगी. Now, as of now, cases की अगर बात करें, the current cases of cancer in India, ICMR ने नोट किया है कि there have been significant pressing for the public health in India, specifically when it comes to ranking. इंडिया की जो रैंकिंग है वो थर्ड है. दिस इज फॉलोड बाय चाइना, देन यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका. तो ये दो कंट्रीज हैं. आफ्टर दैट वी आर द कंट्री, राइट. सिग्निफिकेंट रैंक्स होल्ड करती है इंडिया. अकॉर्डिंग टू द ग्लोबल कैंसर ऑब्जर्वेशन प्रोजेक्शन, India is expected to witness substantial 57.5% increase in the cancer cases between 2020 and 2040. So these are the projections that India will be having in terms of the cancer. And just to give you the other details about this, now cancer in India, कुछ specific organs की अगर बात करें, cases wise that report किए जाते हैं, the total number of cases is around this much, 74,000. Basically 7,48,343. This is 7 lakh, just to correct this. Now उसमें cases आप breast cancer की cases दे सकते हैं. There's a lip and oral cavity, cervix uteri, then we have lung cases and colon cases. So maximum cases हैं breast cancer की 1,78,368. Apart from this, one other important data that is here for you to that element. This is about the breast cancer, cervix and ovary cancer. This is gradually increasing, and breast cancers are subject to increase by 2025. This is a projection that has been made, और ये इंटरनेशनल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ डिजीज WHO की तरफ से ये रिपोर्ट रिलीज की गई. These are the projections made by WHO. Now, what is a roadmap that ICR will be coming up? ICMR की अगर बात करें, उन्होंने कहा है that screening process, जो screening है इंडिया में specifically regard to cancer, that will be more strengthened. Non-specialist healthcare worker और इक्विटी कवरेज देने की बात की गई है. द काउंसिल इज वर्किंग फॉर द पॉजिटिव टेस्ट लिंक टू द पार्ट ऑफ अर्ली डायग्नोस्टिक एंड ट्रीटमेंट. एज I've told you, early diagnostic is very important. Early diagnostic is very important. Then only we can proceed with the treatment procedures, right? And involvement of the local communities will help. How it will help? Because there will be awareness. अगर awareness होगी तो बहुत लोगों को इसमें मदद मिलेगी to come up with the screening process, right? एंड आशा वर्कर, आशा ने काफ़ी हद तक एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल अदा की है. अगर बात करें ग्राउंड लेवल पे, एट विलेज लेवल, एट पंचायत लेवल, दे आर प्रमोटिंग एंड कंडक्टिंग होम बेस्ड कैंसर स्क्रीनिंग. सो दे डेफिनेटली हैव अ सिग्निफिकेंट एंड इनहेविटेबल रोल टू प्ले इन एलिमिनेशंस ऑफ द कैंसर इन आवर कंट्री. Now, moving ahead with the World Bank projection regarding the growth forecast for India, World Bank ने अपनी projections दी हैं. And they have said that India will progress, India's growth will be at 6.3%. Now, some other details that the bank has come up with, अगर बात करें World Bank की, earlier the expectation was for 7.4, उसके बाद investment की projections रखी गई थी 8.9% के आसपास. Now, these data that I'm discussing is pretty relevant for mains also, right? Mains के लिए significant है. अगर आप कुछ याद रख पाते हैं तो mains में ज़रूरी से note करें, right? बैंक ने और भी कहा that India is the fastest growing economy with 7.2%. अगर post COVID की बात करें, right? Post COVID that we have seen that the recovery of economy is good. And World Bank has said in April 2 the projection was for 6.3%. Now these are the data projection that is coming from the World Bank. और इंडिया में स्पेसिफिकली आरबीआई ने ग्रोथ के लिए जो प्रोजेक्शंस दी थी वो 6.5% थी, राइट. सो अमंग द G20 मेंबर्स की अगर बात करें, जितने G20 कंट्रीज हैं, ऑल्दो इट हैज़ बिकम वन मोर मेंबर फॉर अफ्रीकन यूनियन, तो ये अब G21 हो गई है. उसके साथ साथ G20 में इंडिया इज अ सेकेंड हाइएस्ट कंट्री विच हैज़ अ परफॉर्मेंस, और इन टर्म्स ऑफ ओवरऑल एवरेजेस अगर बात करें, इंडिया की परफॉर्मेंसेस काफ़ी अच्छी रही. Now, inflation projection was also there. See, when it comes to growth is complemented. I mean, there's a part of things which we have to consider as inflation. So, inflation के बिना बात किए हुए growth की बात पूरी नहीं होगी. So, the inflation is expected to cool down as the food inflation has normalized. So, government is actually looking to normalize the part in the process. And India's retail investment is something that is there. The government is actually coming up with several measures जहाँ पे commodities को लेकर के भी काफ़ी हद तक कूलिंग ऑफ की गई है प्राइसेस की. We have seen that onion prices which was there on the high, government has come up with the part. Then we have tomato prices which is going up. After that there are rice को भी गवर्नमेंट ने import ban किया है. तो इस तरह के कुछ प्रिवेंटिव मेजर्स लिए जा रहे हैं ग्लोबल लेवल. एंड economic growth is said to have a medium due because the global interest rate is also high. Geopolitical tension, specifically in this context, I would like to highlight the Russia and Ukraine crisis that is coming out. ये भी एक बहुत बड़ी कारण है और sluggish global demand की वजह से भी overall performance में impact. Now, moving ahead with other news, Manufacturing Purchase Managers Index, India के लिए specifically release की गई है, and they said that it has eased for the 5 month in September, and the order relating to the slowdown with the Purchasing Manager Index, जिसे PMI index भी कहते हैं. Many a times UPSC tend to ask question directly in the index, so this become important for you. So what were the finding of the PMI? PMI ने specifically India manufacturing को लेकर के बात की है. This was 5-month low. This was specifically for the month of September, and the core inflations has been raised down. Sharp prices increase बताई गई है. Potential impact on the sale was also there. Manufacturing has cited that labor cost, one. Second is the positive business confidence, and the strong demand on the price hike were some of the reasons for the part of the growth that we have witnessed in the PMI for the month of September. Now, reasons for slowdown की बात करें, there's some specific region which was highlighted in the index. Indian manufacturing industries की अगर बात करें, there's a mid slowdown. This can also be because of the global tension that is there, right? And primarily due to the softening in the new order that is tampering with the part of productions. So the part of demand is on the lower side, right? The appreciable increase have been seen in the output charges despite the receding cost pressures and restricted sale coming up from this month. So there's always demand and supplies that goes hand on hand when it comes to the part of overall growth reporting in specific industries or sector. Now moving ahead with the editorial for the day, that is using AI audit techniques. क्या इसके positives हैं, क्या negatives हैं? We'll see all of them one by one, the positive sides and the negative side. This is written by the former part of the auditor which is there for the CAG. We'll see the details and important insights will be shared with you. So what I'll be discussing in this editorial, first we'll see the background. The background is important, the concern, India needs AI regulation or not, challenges before the CAG, and the compliances issues. So just to give you the brief background, Comptroller and Auditor General, जिसे इंडिया में CAG भी कहते हैं short में, and CAG is an important office. If you're specifically reading it for prelims examination from Lakshmikant, ये काफी important है. Now बात करते हैं टॉपिक पे. CAG ने warn किया है that absolute independence अगर बात करें AI के through, this will be danger because it will be leading out to the part of accuracy और इसके ethics के काफ़ी ज़्यादा repercussions होंगे. जो responsive AI है वो उस तरह से functions नहीं कर पाएगी, and there are other things that has to be taken into consideration. We are going for audit for the AI, right? Now जो CAG है that is also the chair for the Supreme Audit Institution. सही के लिए भी इस बार अगर chair की बात करें, the correct answer would be CAG of India, right? The CAG conducts final audit, compliance audit and the performance audit. ये तीन तरह की audits हैं जो कि basically CAG करती हैं for state, for central government and for other PSUs that is operational in India. Now कुछ concerns पहले देखते हैं, then we'll see what are the other points that you need to take a note of. First, auditing challenges बताई गई है AI के context में, किस तरह से AI transparency में अगर बात करें objectivity, fairness and avoiding bias will be there, that will be involved. Accuracy concerns raise की गई है, inaccurate result हो सकते हैं, auditing challenges आ सकती है, ethical dilemmas involve होंगे like using AI to maintain the integrity of the audits. Data security के भी काफ़ी risk हैं अगर AI यूज़ की जाती है, data breaches हो सकती हैं, there's a potential threat that can be there with the audit confidentiality. So these were some of the cons or negative part that is there for the AI. Now इंडिया को क्या ज़रूरत है रेगुलेशन की? डेफिनेटली रेगुलेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड, बट हाउ? वी नीड टू टेक द ग्लोबल एग्जाम्पल. जो बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस हैं वी नीड टू डिवाइज आउट विद द बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस दैट इज एज ऑफ नो ऑपरेशनल. तो यहाँ पे आप यूरोपियन पार्लियामेंट की एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हैं. द यूरोपियन पार्लियामेंट ने EU एक्ट पास किया था रिसेंटली में. दिस इज फर्स्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड. ये पहली बार है कि किसी कंट्री ने, किसी यूनियन ने इस तरह की रेगुलेशन पास की है जहाँ पे उन्होंने जनरेटिव AI टूल दैट इज ChatGPT को भी रेगुलेट करने की बात की थी विद प्रॉपर स्क्रूटनी एंड ग्रेटर रिस्ट्रिक्शंस. नाउ डेवलपर्स विल हैव टू सबमिट द रीजंस बिफोर दे आर कमर्शियली कमिंग अप. और पार्लियामेंट ने प्रोहिबिट किया है रियल टाइम बायोमेट्रिक सर्वेलेंस को फ्रॉम द पब्लिक सेटिंग्स एंड सोशल स्कोर. AI bias is inherent in the originating from the human bias that is added to data set of the machine learning. So this is how the things are there. India definitely require the AI regulation, but there's some specific regulation that has to come up और इसके limitations भी हमें देखने होंगे कि हम किन किन सेक्टर में से यूज कर पाएंगे. Now challenges before the CAT, कंट्रोलर एंड ऑडिटर जनरल की बात करें, जो पहली चैलेंज है that is auditing AI will be the discrepancy and the platform diversity that is there. Regulation and standard is again crucial. Third important is integration of data. This is third point for the various resources and complex tasks. उसके अलावा जो नई IT applications होंगी ऑडिट के लिए, उसे भी क्या 1 अप्रैल 2023 से एप्लीकेबल होंगी, इसके लिए पहले सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न और जो इनिशियल ब्रीफिंग है वो भी जरूरत पड़ेगी ऑफिशियल्स को. ना सुप्रीम ऑडिट ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशंस की बात करें, जिसने G20 कॉन्फ्रेंस पे स्ट्रेस दिया था दैट AI ग्लोबल ऑडिट फ्रेमवर्क इज नेसेसरी. इस कंटेक्स्ट में EU ने ऑलरेडी एक्ट रिलीज की है और कंट्रीज को भी इस तरह से रेगुलेशंस को क्लियर फ्रेमवर्क के साथ लाने की जरूरत पड़ेगी. Now the compliances issues is again important. Global, अगर बात करें global organizations की, they are coming up with GOBIT, US गवर्नमेंट ने अकाउंटेबिलिटी ऑफिस की बात की है, कॉस्मो ERM फ्रेमवर्क है, ये सारी चीज़ों को लाने की ज़रूरत है. द UK इंफॉर्मेशन कमिश्नर्स हैज़ कम अप विद द ड्राफ्ट रेगुलेशंस. डेटा प्रोटेक्शन इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट इज ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्ड व्हेन इट कम्स टू द पर्सनल डेटा एंड मिटिगेट द रिस्क. AI ऑडिटर्स के साथ एक इंश्योर सिक्योर कंप्लाइंसेस और डेटा प्रोसेसिंग को भी ध्यान में रखने की ज़रूरत है. दिस इज समथिंग विच विल हैव अ पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट. एंड लर्निंग ऑडिटिंग फ्रेमवर्क मीन्स ऑडिटर रिस्क, control and governance effectiveness for the evaluation. So these are the things that will be taken into consideration when it comes to the part of compliance issue. तो अगर AI के बारे में आपसे पूछा जाए AI के क्या challenges हो सकते हैं audit में, then you can specifically highlight these points. Now moving ahead with the answers discussions. कल के जो सवाल थे उसके answers क्या हैं मैं आपको बताऊंगा. For first, the correct option is C, that is it is a safeguard for the flagship scheme. निहार थार के बारे में बात की गई थी. This again the statement 2 is correct. UNESCO World Heritage Site है. Statement 3 is also correct. The correct option become 3. Now for second question, most of you are commenting. I really thank Pradeep Kumar for participating in the question answer. आप भी participate करें, अपने correct answer हमें comment section में बताएं. इन्होंने comment section में अपने answer को बताया है. Right? Your answer is correct. So this is the type which interact, and the both answer is correct, that option 1 and 2 were correct. So you can check the answers over there. You can also participate and write your answer in the comment section down below. तो आज के जो सवाल हैं जिसमें आप participate कर सकते हैं और अपने options हमें comment section में बता सकते हैं. The first question is about with reference to United Nations climate ambitions, consider the following. It aims to accelerate the climate action preparedness for 28 conference. China, US and India have the most attractive participant for the CAS, the Summit for India updated goal with the net zero emissions for 2070. Check out for the correct option और अपने correct answer हमें comment section में ज़रूर बताएं. The second question is about the statement with regard to Vizhinjam International Seaport. This is intended for the container transportation and multi-purpose bulk freight. It is built on the land model including the public-private partnership. So do check out for the correct option. Write your answer, participate in the daily MCQs questions. This was all about for the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, queries about test series, admissions, programs, you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for staying connected.